to Fromania Bricks, and welcome back to the most tropical piratey Lego room that you'll ever find when you're visiting our house and walking around on the second floor. And
in this room.
In this room. And in front of us today, we have what is, in my opinion, and of course my opinion is the opinion that matters when I'm doing the SPUPLR, the best Lego set to ever exit Billund, Denmark, which is the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. And today, we're gonna SPUPLR this gem for you, and I'm just guessing, Micah, this is gonna be an incredibly high score. I'm just putting it out there.
You have to keep the integrity of the system. So you always tell me.
I will even let you push back against me in this to make sure I'm keeping integrity in the system. Okay. Micah, do you know what the pirate said when he turned 80 years old?
I'm 80!
Do you know why being a pirate is so addictive?
Why?
Once you lose your hand, you're hooked. The Pirates of Barracuda Bay Lego set 21322 hit shelves April 1st of 2020. I did not realize this was a pandemic set. It goes to show you true beauty was found during the pandemic. And it was on shelves all the way through December 31st of 2021.
Wait, it came out of a pandemic? Why aren't we wearing masks then?
It's unacceptable. It was built using 2,545 elements. It came with 8 minifigures, unless you're looking at Brickset, which lists it at 10, because they're probably counting the skeletons that are built into this set. All 8 minifigures are exclusive to this set. It retailed for $199.99.
It was only $200?
It was only
$300.
$200, which is unbelievable for a set of this scale. It was a 16 and up set, and when you built it, it was absolutely massive. And massive indeed it is. It's hard to believe. We'll talk about that when we get to value. This set was modeled after a shipwreck, the Black Seas Barracuda, which is one of my white whale sets. I would love to get a mint condition Black Seas Barracuda. It had a shipwreck, and it found itself washed ashore, and the pirates, led by the fearless Redbeard, wanted to survive, so they built this Barracuda Bay Fort. Cool. This set is transformable. We'll talk about that too. Today we're going to SPUPLR this. I know we've kind of gotten away from SPUPLRing retired sets, and we try and keep it with more current sets, but 2020 seems close enough, and I truly believe that this is the best set Lego ever designed, so I just want to see how it scores on today's SPUPLR. First up, visual design. This is talking about the visual aesthetic of the set. Does it look like what it's supposed to be modeled after? Is it a visual feast for your eyes? And I mean, you're looking at it right here with us. It's undoubtedly beautiful. This one stays on display in our bedroom, which is why it's also very, very dusty. I'm responsible for dusting my Lego, and I've not dusted my Lego in quite some time, and it shows under these not so fancy lights. But visually, this set is so striking. You've got the sails with the red and white that pop the colors off. You've got these nice gold contrasts that are pulling out of the Black Seas Barracuda. You've got the greenery that is growing around the island. And then you've got this crystal clear blue Caribbean water. Micah, how do you feel about the visual aesthetic of this set?
I mean, I don't think there's anything to complain about. It is really beautiful. I do have a note, though, and it's not necessarily a visual note. It's a logistical note. Is they were on this ship. They expected to go back to a port and resupply. They just crashed on an island. How in the world did they have the equipment to hoist this piece of the ship all the way up on the wooden scaffolding?
Oh, this hole here. I mean, they had to use... They've got ropes and stuff from the masts.
That's true.
So they must have felt like their masts were strong enough to hoist the back hull of the boat up here. And, I mean, Micah said it. Visually, there is literally... not a single complaint I could have in this. You've even got where they've got a mast at an angle, like it's tipped over. Like, it is absolute perfection. From the little beach on the side and this little tiki man to the palm trees to the way that they built out the island cafe. Everything about this set is visually perfect. Now, as you look at it, you probably are going, wait, I see 8 minifigs here and I see pirates everywhere. It's because other pirates have moved on to the island. So it is a little more robust than when we purchased it. And I just wanted to leave them all on. But visually, I can only go one place on this set, Micah. So visual design, I am giving this set a perfect 10. Next up, minifigures. As I said, this came with 8 official minifigures. I think that somewhere in the bowels of this, I see a skeleton. So that's where the Bricklink count discrepancy is. But you've got 8 official minifigures. All of them pirates, as they should be on Barracuda Bay. So when we talk about minifigures, we're talking about, are the figures the right figs for the set? Did we get a good amount of minifigures for the set? Was anything left out that should not have been left out from the set? So when you look at the figs in front of us, we're starting with the iconic Redbeard. Of course you have to have Redbeard, because Redbeard was the captain of Black Seas Barracuda. You can't have Barracuda Bay without Redbeard. Micah, what do you think about Redbeard's updated design?
I think they did really good. I think they kept true to his character, but they made it modern.
Very much so. Amazing updated print. His beard is still there. He's got a little gray in his beard now because he's been on the island a little while. It's a fun little detail on this that you might overlook. So you get the captain. You get this little first mate that's all tattooed up. And what's really neat, he's got a back tattoo that has the Black Seas Barracuda tattooed on his back. So really neat torso print, no leg prints. Next up, you've got this little pirate buccaneer lady. She's been working hard, dirty, kind of a basic torso, no back print. No, she does have a back print. She also has a cool buccaneer hat with hair molded into it. And I love that LEGO brought back the traditional old school piratey guns. Then you've got the pirate brothers. Both of them have a bandana and a cool little mustache accessory. One has the really neat vintage gun. They're both wielding their pirate sabers. You've got another pirate with a treasure map, because why wouldn't you have a treasure map on Barracuda Bay? There's got to be hidden treasure. On the map, there's a printed Black Seas Barracuda, a compass. He's got a more common pirate torso as well about him. You've got another lady fig that I think runs... Actually, this is the fig that runs the inn. She also is not going to tolerate any rough business in the inn. So she is sporting a little revolver as well. It's interesting that Fortnite can't have guns.
Yeah.
And that these minifig pirates can have guns. It's like, where's the disconnect between the two?
And like Indiana Jones, they made a Nazi warplane. So I think at that point you've crossed the line of like anything goes once you've made like a World War II warplane.
You're not incorrect. There's some inconsistency in the guns now in LEGO Group. But I'm happy that at least the pirates still get guns. And lastly, we've got this little boy. It's a little boy pirate. Now, the interesting thing about this little boy, Micah, is that we're abandoned on an island. And this little boy obviously would not have been out to sea. So some of these minifigs had to get married.
Yeah.
Like, there is a married couple within these pirates that have had a son on the Barracuda Bay Island, and we don't know who they are. We don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's say...
Do they have a pastor to marry them?
Well, a captain can officiate weddings.
Oh, he can?
Yes, a captain can legally officiate weddings. So we know it wasn't Redbeard. So I am going to guess that it is Mr. Tattoo and the Innkeeper. And that this is their son. Because he's got black eyebrows. No, he's got brown eyebrows. Ooh.
He has brown hair.
Okay, so it's the Innkeeper and the Treasure Hunter that come together within that. So, 8 minifigures. I feel like for a $200 set, 8 minifigures is spot on. You've got enough figs to do a lot on this set. You didn't get just generic boring figs. They went to great lengths to detail these figs. Redbeard even has back printing, and as I said, he's got gray in his beard now. You've got body printing, tattoos on one of these guys. I think the figs were great. You also get a shark, which is part of the minifig arena. You get a little pig. You get a crab, couple of crabs. I mean, Micah, it's a 10. Minifigs are a 10 in my opinion.
I agree. There's nothing really. They did a good job balancing, making them unique and special and not like going over the top, and they kept them classic feeling still. So
I'm telling you guys, this one's going all the way. Next up, build experience. What type of build was the set? Now this set can be built 2 different ways. It can be built as Barracuda Bay, and it can be built as the Black Seas Barracuda. We built it as Barracuda Bay. I have never done the transformation to Black Seas Barracuda yet. Maybe one day I do that. I actually wouldn't mind getting a second set. If I can't get a vintage Black Seas Barracuda, I wouldn't mind getting a second set and building the matching Black Seas Barracuda to go with this. Build experience, though. From the very bottom up, this was one of the most delightful, enjoyable, exciting builds I have ever done. The amount of different techniques that were put into building everything, from the little statue guy on the side to the way that you build the sideways leaning, what do I call mast?
yeah.
To the way that even the ropes hang these coiled up sails. There was 0 repetition in this. Even in the parts that feel like they would have been repetitious, there was no repetition in it. It was just smiles all the way. Like as every little element, component came alive and clicked together and fit together. This is the gold standard of builds for me. Any SPUPLR that I do, this is the gold standard of how I gauge how fun builds are. And this is it. Like, it's the gold standard, and I have to give it a 10 for build experience,
So
Micah.
3 10s.
3
straight 10s.
10s. I'm going to save playability and functions for last, because I feel like that could be the weakest point of this set.
Really?
So I want to jump right to value. Let's talk about value. This was a $199.99. It was a $200 set. It was well over 2,000 pieces. That came in under 8 cents a piece, like 7.8 cents a piece. It is ginormous. When you think about a $200 set today, if you walk into the store and buy a $200 set today, it's not going to look like this.
Nowhere close to
It's
this.
not even going to compare to this. Even aftermarket. I bought this sealed about a year ago, and it was only $300. And you can still pick them up for well under $400. If this would have retailed for $300, it would have been baseline. Like, okay, I can see this being a $300 set.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was $300, and I still felt like that was fair. So
that it is only $199.99. I don't even need to keep talking about it. It's a 10.
yeah, I agree. I would have given it a 10.
It is a 10. We are at 40 out of 50 possible points currently for Barracuda Bay. Now we're going to jump into playability and functions. All right, when we look at playability and functions, we're looking at 2 different things on a set. Number 1, how playable is it? Number 2, are there any unique, interesting functions that are built into it? This set has so much going on. We'll take a look at the front of it, and then we'll dive in and take a look at the back. So you've got 3 main components of the ship. You've got the front of it, which is that the keel? Is the keel the front? I don't know what the front is called. You've got the back section of the ship, and then you've got the center section of the ship. that when you take it apart, they can all clip together and create one big pirate ship, which I think in and of itself is a big plus from a playable standpoint. You can either play with it in this fashion or you can have a pirate ship. Out front, you've got all kinds of little details. You've got a pig eating some slop. You've got this giant front deck promenade. Again, you'll see some of the minifigs that don't necessarily belong here. Some vintage pirates hanging out. You've got all the food accessories you want to play with. You've got the little coconut guys from Moana. You've even got Santa Claus over here, ready to hit the high waves. Here is the little tiki guy I've been telling you guys about. He is not really a playable thing, but just a neat little feature. So you've got a lot of open deck for imaginative play to move the pirates around. You've got so many places that you can clip pirates on all the way up. You've got little platforms you can stand them on, all the way up to the crow's nest at the very top. You've got cannons, cannons galore. You've got a cannon here, you've got a cannon here, you've got a cannon up top, and these are all the playable firing cannons. From the front side, we'll show you the back in a few minutes, but from the front side, you've got panels you can open up to access down into the play areas behind the back side of the ship. There's another openable spot on the back side that I'll show you. So this is the front side. There's not any unique functions built in, mind you. It's just really for imaginative play. And you can do some quite imaginative play within this set. And I just want to see how many times I can say imaginative play, because it's very, very hard to say. Say it, Micah.
Imaginative play. Imaginative...
Oh, he got two of them. He got two of them. The front door opens to head into the inn. I've got a cannon kind of blocking it there, but... Alright, so now let's take a look. Oh, it does split apart, too. So, you can split it apart. And now let's flip and look at the back side of it. Alright, so here is the back side of Barracuda Bay. Again, there's one of the skeletons hiding down there. It's actually an Imperial skeleton because you can see he's got the Imperial hat on him. The other one died in jail. I don't know if these were prisoners that they had and locked
I guess
up.
So.
Up top, you've got another little playable area on the back of the ship. This would have been the back of the built ship. You've got another cannon up here, a little outpost that people can hide out at. Then you've got the captain's office. You can get in to the captain's office. This panel comes off and opens up where you can get fully into the captain's office to play around in there, which is super neat because it wouldn't be accessible any other way except through that platform. Down below, you've got the mess hall. Again, plenty of space to get your hand in here. It's a tight space, but because it's shallow, you can do whatever you want in there. Then you've got the underside of the dock down here to play around in. Down here, you've got a little bit of a mess hall. This is the only area that's kind of hard to access, which is right here. The front side is the diner, the bar, where you can eat at in there. And while it's way deep and tight in there, you can get into it through this top panel that I was showing you. The panel will lift up, and you can see down in there the little bar that you can put figs in. They serve sarsaparilla soda in there. We don't drink alcohol, so our minifigs aren't going to drink alcohol either. No rum for them. Again, they can climb up and down the mast. You've got some dangling barrels and stuff. You can open and close the shutters when the storm comes. So actually, now that I look at it more, it's incredibly playable. There are no functions, mind you, unless you call breaking the island apart and building it. But playability and functions does not mean that there has to be a function, because you can play without functions as well. On playability and functions, I'm kind of teetering right now. And I'm teetering between a 9, 9.5, and a 10. Here's why I'm teetering. It's an incredibly playable set. Like, I could imaginative play on this for days and not get bored. But there's also the potential to have cool functions that there aren't any functions in it. So I don't know if I fault it for not having functions or if I celebrate it because the imaginative play component of it is unlike many Lego sets that we have.
I don't think it's fair to fault it, because this was like an 18+ set, right?
Oh, it was. No, 16 plus. I think it was 16.
For sets that marketed at that range, I don't think it's necessarily fair to deduct points because of playability and functions, because they're not really meant to have playability and functions.
And Micah, we're about to break history today. We're about to have a Fromania Bricks First, and you guys were here to witness with us. Like, this is a special moment. We are bonding with you all today because it gets a 10 on playability and functions. Micah, in the beginning, I told you this was going to score strong. You kind of wanted to make sure that I wasn't leaning with an unnatural bias in this and was upholding the integrity. What is your personal audit of my scoring of this set? Audit me.
I think it deserved a perfect 50.
That's it.
I would have given it a perfect 50 if it was my set.
A perfect 50. We have the benchmark Lego set in the Fromania Bricks collection. A perfect 50 score. As I started in the beginning, to me, this is the best set to ever roll out of Billund, Denmark. Lego designers, this is for you. This is for you, Lego designers. Thank you for creating a masterpiece for us. One of my favorites in the collection. Centerpiece in our bedroom. Something that I look at literally every single day that we're not traveling. My eyes see this set. And I've not gotten bored of it yet. Like the backdrop, I change around all the time. I rearrange and stuff. This has its place of honor, and it will sit in that place of honor for a long, long, long time. So thanks for hanging out with us on the high seas as we SPUPLR'd the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. As we had a groundbreaking, earth-shattering moment and witnessed our first ever 50 score out of the Fromania Bricks studio. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We hope in the week ahead that you do something incredible for someone else. We're all bouncing around on this rock flying through space, and we all have an opportunity to change people's lives through how we interact with them, how we talk with them, how we share with them. And we hope that you do that you transform someone's life through the love of God in the week ahead, that you go out there and you give more,
do more,
share more,
and love.
And whatever you do, show your smile. Those smiles, they truly are contagious.
Give more, do more, share more, and love.